Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, am I? Okay. We are now here at the finals. That means two players are deciding who gets to go home with 50 MSS points and a few prizes, and who gets to be second place and get 40 points. Both are quite incredible feats, to say the least, and I'm very much looking forward to that because we just saw Emir win with a quite interesting tech with the Screamtail and everything, which is definitely one of the things that I did not expect to see today. More surprisingly, his opponent is Lennert from Overloop, which I made his team. Well, he chose his own team, but I improved some EVs on his Pokemon. But he's playing incredibly well, as we have seen in his top 4 match. So let's take a look at his team as well. We have seen both of their teams, Armarouge and DD. So both do have that Trick Room option, and both are ready to rumble. So yeah, the players are ready, set to begin. We have seen both sides do have an Ursaluna, so we have a crowned Ursaluna we certainly have an Ursaluna that is gonna win, and it's again a match against Water Urshifu versus Dark Urshifu. So we're guaranteed to have two bears in with the final title. So let's take a look at the options here that these players can do. Iron Hands. So on the one hand, Lennert does have the option with Armarouge going for the Expanding Force next to Ndidi, just to be able to absolutely nuke whatever slow Pokemon Emir has in front of him. Of course, Armarouge being able to carry Wide Guard means it is able to make sure that Dragon Energy is no longer able to hit him, as it is a spread move. Then we have Urshifu Water, which is just a nice Pokemon to have because it is able to hit anything really on Emir's side, unless it's that Iron Hands, of course, which is able to Terra into a Grass type at any time. So, final match. Final thoughts. What do you? You've been my companion throughout this whole day. Do you have anything to say for this final match? Good luck to both players, he says. So that is a sentiment I will share as well. So let's take a look what the plays will be, because we have seen both these players just play excellently as well. So now, what are the options here? Because we've seen Screamtail, we've seen Screamtail being able to put up Trick Room, but Lenny is just able to reverse that. And just, honestly, the Armarouge in DD looks pretty good against Emir. I don't really know what the options are that Emir has, because what's stopping you to just follow me plus keep and just keep expanding forcing, really? Regidrago maybe, but if Regidrago comes in, that means you can Wide Guard plus Dazzling Gleam and chip away a lot at this Regidrago as well. So, yeah, this is going to be a toughie for Emir, I feel. I think Lenny has the matchup. So, let's see it. I want to see. I'm tired, all right? And in the background, you can also see the challenge being played as well. We will not be streaming that, as my voice is killing me. So, I might be recording top 4 there, but that's it. Some matches at least. Alright, let's take a look. Support Grandma on the beach. It's Tornadus Urshifu, a tale as old as time, as Urshifu and the Screamtail have started off. So, both trainers have the options of doing massive amount of damage and going through Protect as well. But what do you do here with Screamtail? Because I'm not even sure that Lennert knows what a Screamtail is. Because he knows what a Screamtail is, but I don't know if he knows what it's built like. Because it is a fast Pokemon, but quite defensively as well. So it's built different, exactly. So taking a look at the options here, I think a Rain Dance plus Surging Strikes could prove to be effective, but Screamtail is Terra Water, making it so that it is able to resist any sort of water type attacks coming off from this Urshifu as well. So yeah, looking at the options, I have no clue. And it'll be Farigiraf, so going to block the anti priority moves here, meaning that this meaning that Tornadus is no longer able to go for taunt because of the Armored Tail. Terra Water on the screen there. This is an incredible defensive play, trying to make sure that this Trick Room will be set up. Tornadus just going for the Rain Dance, not even going for the potential taunt here, meaning this Urshifu is able to go for the Surging Strikes. It is going to be the Farigiraf slot, meaning it could potentially kill this Farigiraf completely. We do have 71 HP remaining, but the Farigiraf, luckily enough, has its own Citrus Berry, being able to make sure it is able to hang on for just a tad longer. As now, with the Screen Tail, with the Terra Water, has the option to go for its own Trick Room. So now, not a bad option at all. The Screen Tail is able to go for a potential Encore as well, to make sure that this Tornadus keeps going for the Rain Dance. So Lennert needs to keep that in mind, of course, as he's not that much able to go for a Bleak Wind Storm because of any other priority moves are a bit harder as well, as Taunt and Tailwind is not really that effective right now, especially if you are in a situation where Trick Room is up. So I believe that Tornadus will be switching out, and the Urshifu is honestly fine to just go for another Surging Strikes, I believe, as the Farigiraf is Psychic, but it's a Farigiraf. I don't respect it, I'll be honest. Farigiraf going for the Psychic onto the Tornadus, so Tornadus staying in actually, and the Screen Tail also going for down, just making sure that trying to make sure that this Tornadus might go down or just a bit more chip, as this Tornadus just is able to go for a Bleak Wind Storm, just chipping, just going for the anti-raid. Oh yeah, you might Encore me, but I don't mind. That's just another turn of Trick Room that is gone. So excellent play there by Lennert, just making sure that he is able to Bleak Wind Storm, and now you are being put in a position where Surging Strikes is no longer an option, because let's be honest, Encore is bound to happen to this Urshifu. Urshifu is of course able to just go for a Aqua Jet in the raid with Terra Water, will definitely still do quite a bit, and honestly it is priority. It is no longer blocked by a Farigiraf, so might be the best call for Lennert, as he does seemingly go for it. It is the Terra Water onto the Urshifu, meaning its Water Fountain powers boost him to the ends of infinity. All of its Water type moves are now double boosted. In the rain, boosted as well, and Mystic Water as well. Helping Hand here, trying to make sure that there is a potential for a KO here, as the Aqua Jet coming out from this Urshifu in the rain. Let's see how much this does. Absolutely decimated this Teddy, as the Tornadus is able to go for the taunt onto this Screen Tail right now, making sure that it's no longer able to go for any sort of non-offensive moves. Headlong Rush, 120 base power, is it enough with the Helping Hand? It is for the Urshifu right now, going down. And honestly, this is not a bad situation to be at all. This Ursula took a lot of damage, and now with the Flame Orb, it will continue to take damage as well. Its attack stat will be boosted till infinity, but I feel this is a worthwhile trade. One Pokemon down on Lenny's side, but one Pokemon also down on Emir's side, but the Ursaluna also being quite low. And now with the next Ursaluna, with his own Ursaluna, he's able to potentially turn either of these Pokemon as well. Depending on what the speed stat is, of course, of this Ursula, because Emir's team is more dedicated to this Trick Room mode, as Lennert's team is a bit of both, so it is able to potentially just go for a attack as well, as it has that potential. Well, it has the option to go with that Trick Room mode. So I feel like Lennert's Ursula would most likely be slow, would most likely be faster, so not really effective in this Trick Room mode. As now the Urshifu is able to be switched in as well. The Facade coming out, meaning this Ursaluna from Lennert's side is able to do freely what it wants as well. So if it's able to take down the Ursaluna on this side, on my Emir side, that means this Ursaluna is now suddenly the slowest thing on the field. So Lennert really using the Trick Room to his own advantage here right now. Losing his Tornadus in the end, but now it's 2v2. Meaning Screen Tail is in. Screen Tail is definitely too fast. It has Encore, Helping Hand, Trick Room, Dazzling Gleam, and Indeedee with the potential to redirect as well. So, and Rocky Helmet. Rocky Hammer will make sure that even if this Urshifu does not go down, the Rocky Hammer will make sure that it does because of all the contact moves that this Urshifu has. So, this is well played by Lennert. Man, I should stop being a non-believer in him. But this Lennert might be the first Belgian to win an MSS within Belgium. Helping hand Screamtail, making sure that this Urshifu is going to be able to do some damage as the Ursaluna does go for the Facade, but this time on the Screamtail, predicting maybe a protect from the Urshifu. Screamtail immediately going down. No follow me from the Zindidi, meaning the Zindidi is actually just able to go for Dazzling because it is 4 times effective. It is not built for offensives, but it's 4 times effective, so it's super duper effective actually. Focus Sash will be used as close combat into the Ursaluna. Will manage to take it down, but now, yeah, wait, no, I'm trying to think. Is Trick Room still on for a turn or not? It's the last turn of Trick Room. I actually don't know this interaction. Does the Urshifu goes down first, or does the Indeedee? I think the Urshifu wins. Or wait, I actually don't know. I generally don't know. Okay, Wicked Blow to Indeedee. It is a KO. Critical hit, yes. Rocky Helmet. Okay, Indeedee faints. Urshifu faints. So it should be the Urshifu that wins, right? You defeated Lenny. Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure. But wow, well played there. Just calling out the non-protect there as well from Emir, just not protecting, just going immediately on that offense because he really needed to make that KO there as well. So, in hindsight, Lennert really didn't need to Facade into that slot because I think just a simple Facade into the Urshifu, even if it's protected, you still have your Indeedee to redirect. You KO the Urshifu, and then you can have the possibility to KO the Screamtail later. But still, kudos to both players because they're playing both excellent. Lennert went with the lead of Tornado's Urshifu last time, so maybe this time around Emir might be trying to counter that because, of course, that is one of a very strong lead. And I don't know if we actually know the information if the Ursaluna from Emir is actually slower than Lennert's Ursaluna as well. I don't think it's been showcased yet, like the 1v1. So, it'll be a toughie. It'll be quite tough to see what is going to happen. Armourouge, of course, being still a decent option in my opinion because, yeah, what do you have against Expanding Force? Like everything gets nuked, right? Just a strong move. Oh, game 2. Emir ran away with game 1. Let's see how he fares game 2. I'm really trying to not be biased, but I kind of want Lennert to win as a Belgian, but but Emir has a freaking cool team though, so but Lennert is playing. Yeah, no. As the Iron Hands now being switched in, meaning it is fake out time. Now onto potential Urshifu Water. Tornadoes itself is Cover Cloak, meaning it cannot be affected by secondary effects there. But yeah, Iron Hands being in a prime position really because you don't really have a lot of options to hit those Iron Hands. Or the Screamtail Terrace or the Iron Hands Terrace. And either of those, you wanna guess that you get the right one, as the Urshifu is actually going for the protect here, meaning potentially with the taunt, yeah, taunt into the Screamtail, making sure that no Trick Room is being set up there. And now Iron Hands is able to go for the Wild Charge, but onto the protect. So well played by Lennert, making sure to scout out all the options there. As a Trick Room has now been negated. Wild Charge is still a decent enough option to go for, as Lennert is considering maybe switching out or switching in something else, as you don't really have to. Surging Strikes is not KO on Iron Hands from this range because Iron Hands is a quite bulky Pokemon. So considering all these options, maybe Lennert might be thinking of switching something in, but what do you switch in? You don't want to switch in Indeedee because that'll be too passive. You can switch in Ursaluna, however, onto this wild charge. Ursaluna does give you the option to immediately Facade and Flame Orb as well. So Urshifu is being withdrawn. Let's see if it is the Ursaluna. It is the Ursaluna. So did Emir make a play around this or not? Tornadoes going for the rain dance, trying to make sure that his Bleak Windstorms will hit as well. Rain away as Dazzling Gleam is being used. Tornadoes and Ursaluna get a bit of chip as a wild charge from Iron Hands into the Ursaluna, not affecting it, meaning it's Gutson time. Flame Orb is there. And now a strong Facade or even Headlong Rush can deal a massive amount of damage to both these Pokemon. Of course, if you go for the Headlong Rush onto the Iron Hands while it goes for the Terra Grass, that will not be able to KO it. A Facade will do decent damage, but it will not KO it. So maybe just focus. And do you need to focus down on Scream Tail? Scream Tail can only use Dazzling Gleam or switch out. So yeah, I'm trying to think of the options here that Emir has here right now. Do you go for the hard call of the Iron Hands just not terraing and just going for the wild charge, or for the Drain Punch? Potentially, we can see now what kind of speed stat Lennert's Ursaluna has as well, as the Urshifu is actually being switched in instead of the Scream Tail. So Iron Hands also switching out. Double switch as Teddy, the Ursaluna, comes in as well. Now, let's take a look. It is Tailwind in time. Tailwind with the Ursaluna from Lennert on to the opposing end. Facade boosted. Let's see if this is enough. It is not enough for the kill. But now, with a Tailwind up, you can just Bleak Windstorm plus another Facade onto this Urshifu slot. So this is looking really good for Lennert right now. Having been able to deny any sort of Trick Room, and then being able to be the fastest thing onto the field as well. As we do see Teddy switching out yet again, trying to maintain composure here as Scream Tail is being switched in. Maybe potentially going for a potential Tailwind afterwards as Bleak Windstorm puts the Urshifu at just 1 HP. Will it drop the speed? Doesn't drop the speed. Close combat coming in. Ursaluna will go down. Ursaluna is quite fast, but not max speed Urshifu fast. As this Urshifu does lower its own defenses, but it doesn't really mind because it's Focus Sash, of course, and it's at 1 HP. A Breeze could knock this Pokemon out. And a Breeze might be coming as, of course, Bleak Windstorm is imminent. And it is 100% accurate as well. Lennert is able to send out Urshifu now as well. Being able to potentially threaten this... Well, Scream Tail not really, because Scream Tail can just go for the Terra Water as well. So I'm trying to consider here the options here. I think you just taunt the Scream Tail and you just go after the other Pokemon. You're in the lead. You're doing fine. Urshifu switching out here. So let's see what the potential switch in here is. It is gonna be that Ursaluna here, not at a lot of HP, but let's see what Lennert might be thinking of doing. Could potentially go for the Terra Water into the Scream Tail with the Surging Strikes. Of course, Scream Tail does have the option to just have the defensive typing of Water as well, being able to resist anything this Urshifu might be throwing at it. As we do have the double Terra Water. It is one of the superior typings to have defensively and offensively as well, if you're called Urshifu, of course. And now with this Terra Water and this cute little face, it is certainly able to take these hits quite well, as the Bleak Windstorm is going into these Pokemon. Scream Tail taking a bit of damage, but how is the damage looking from the Surging Strikes in the rain, Mystic Water, and Terra boosted as well? And one. Ooh, that did only 30. No, that's not gonna be enough. Oh, wait, actually, for the wait, this might, if it's a high roll, no, barely misses out on the Q, and now Scream Tail is able to put up that nasty old Trick Room. Oh no, go for the Dazzling Gleam. Oh, for the potential taunt that might have come as well. So I don't really know here. Not a lot of options here. You can't fake at the Urshifu. Urshifu can just protect. Tornadoes doesn't really care, so you can't just keep going for Bleak Windstorm. So I think Emir is seeing the writing on the wall in this one, because it's looking kind of tough here to come back from this. While Lennert is playing immaculate and great as well. Playing the left-hand side here with Urshifu, just trying to guarantee his win ratio. Because even if Trick Room was set up, Urshifu still had the potential to go for Aqua Jet. Tornadus was still alive. And most likely, he has another Pokemon in the back that can deal well with Trick Room. Urshifu just going for a protect here as we have the Blade Windstorm coming out. Screen Tail will go down and a critical hit on the Iron Hands as well. Dropping its speed even more. Oh my god, that's broken. It's not even that fast, but still lowering your speed. Secondary effect, it still happened. This Schoolyard got a bit tougher as the Wild Charge coming out onto this Tornadus. And that will kill this Tornadus, unfortunately, for Lennert. So that means Lennert still has to bring out his last Pokemon. But on the same side, there's also one more Pokemon on Emir's side. And Emir has a 1 HP Urshifu. On the other hand, Lennert has an Indeedee. And that Indeedee is Rocky Helmet as well. So this is not looking too bad for Lennert right now. Now, we already have seen the interaction of Rocky Helmet and, of course, if you're the last Pokemon standing, you will lose. So Lennert has to decide here what the best option is. You have chipped this Iron Hands quite a bit. You can't just go for Dazzling Gleam plus Surging Strikes is what I feel like. There's no rain anymore. But Surging Strikes plus Dazzling Gleam, that has to be enough for this Iron Hands, right? You are Terra Water, I believe. I'm just gonna say it outright, I believe. Indeed, going for the Follow Me, just making sure that it is able to redirect any sort of damage that might be coming into the Urshifu. Wicked Blow from the opposing Urshifu, as now Surging Strikes, hopefully KOing this Iron Hands, because if not, this Iron Hands might be walking away with the game. Rocky Helmet, Urshifu fainting now, and now got the whole option. Surging Strikes, Terra Water, Mystic Water, is it enough for this Iron Hands? Oh, that's looking like enough, if I might say. And one more hit, one more wallop for this Urshifu, and the Iron Hands is down. Brian Hands is down. Goodbye, Brian. And that means it's time for Game 3. Both players have seen what the other might be throwing at them. And now you have to consider all those options and all those plays that were made. And you have to try and see what the best course of action is. We have seen that Lennert just went with the same option of just Urshifu plus Tornadus, which is a very strong option. Especially when you're able to taunt the Screen Tail, just denying the Trick Room. And Emir is still playing quite well outside of Trick Room, still proving that his team is quite threatening as well, because it has a lot of bulk as well. So a lot of things to consider here, what these players will bring. I'm definitely looking forward to what these players will bring. As yeah, I still haven't seen Regidrago. You know what? I want to see it. Give it to me. Give me the Regidrago. I'm asking politely. As we have to consider the facts for rigor. Maybe Screen Tail is not the best Pokemon to bring in this situation. Maybe rather than Screen Tail, you rather have the Farigiraf. Farigiraf does block priority. It can be put to sleep, but there's nothing really that can put you to sleep on Lennert's side. So considering that, I think Farigiraf is a good choice. Farigiraf together with Iron Hands is honestly doing so much work as well. Iron Hands plus Farigiraf feels like is so solid, because we've seen Terra Water, Rain boosted Surging Strikes not kill this Farigiraf either. So the options are there. Farigiraf and Regidrago? And it's time! I want to see this Regidrago. Yes. Yes, do it for me. Do it for me. You gonna bring the Scream Tail as well? Thinking about it, Amir. Thinking about it. Of course, if Lennert leads the same thing again, I'm trying to think. If Lennert leads the same thing again, what's stopping him from just close combat again and Bleak when storming? Because he doesn't really mind the Trick Room, I feel. He can play a few turns around it. And if you... is Regidrago that slow? Regidrago is that slow, but... So let's take a look at what the options are. A good final stage for this finals match as well. Tornadus Urshifu as it is Farigiraf plus Reggie Drago. So now Lennert has to consider two things. One, if Reggie Drago switches out to, for example, Screamtail, close combat wouldn't do that much. Surging Strikes is not doing that much. Do you want Trick Room up against you? Not really. So, what is your option here? Reggie Drago, if untouched, it can absolutely do massive amount of damage with Dragon Energy, which is adjacent to its HP. The more full its HP, the more damage it does as well. Which makes it a 200 base power move, if I recall correctly. As Tornadus is being switched out, actually. So let's take a look. It's this Ursaluna. So Lennert might be deciding on just fully close combating onto this Regidrago, doing a lot of damage. It's on half, but Regidrago has quite a high defense stat. Now with the Spadef drop, is this Dragon Energy enough to KO this Urshifu? It is enough. Ursaluna is not going down just yet. But does this mean that Trick Room is being set up? It is Trick Room. That means Lennert's Ursaluna is fully committed in to make sure that it is able to damage as much as possible as well. You do have a Farigiraf with the option to be slower than the Ursaluna, but Ursaluna being quite a bulky Pokemon, being able to survive anything. Indeed, he's able to redirect. Oh, Lennert was very prepared here, so really wants to do as much damage as possible on either of these Pokemon. So, considering all of this, I think, yeah, Emir really has to play around his own Trick Room now. So looking at that, I'm trying to think of considering, because Farigiraf not really a threat when you are able to just keep following Ming with the Indeedee, and that means you can just assault into the Regidrago, but that can stall out Trick Room turns, and you want to abuse as many Trick Room turns as you can right now, because of course you have your own Ursaluna in. You lost your own Urshifu, which is one of your fastest, strongest attackers, so let's see what's going to happen. Indeed, going for a follow me, making sure that any sort of moves will be redirected to it. As the Ursaluna is just deciding, okay, with the Regidrago, the right call, making sure that this Regidrago is gone first. Now, you had a Farigiraf being able to reset Trick Room, meaning another Pokemon can come in as well. And if another Pokemon can come in, that means it could be that threatening Urshifu. And Urshifu is faster. Urshifu has Wicked Blow. Urshifu can go through Protect. Hits Wicked Blow, kills the Indeedee, as we have seen already. And Ursaluna not really being able to protect from a close combat, it will definitely go down. So, what are the other options that you might have? You switch the Ursaluna, for example, into the Tornadus, or you capitalize on that and you Wicked Blow your Indeedee, and you lose your Indeedee, you have your Tornadus in, but not really any other options. We already have seen that Urshifu was faster than the Ursaluna also in Trick Room, so Lennert has to make a rough call here. Indeed, he's just going for the follow me this time around, so that means he's just going for all the offensive presence that he has here. Wicked Blow, Rocky Helmet as well, meaning this Indeedee will go down. Rocky Helmet, meaning that this Urshifu, its Focus Sash will be broken, and now Ursaluna is able to attack. Did it attack the Urshifu or not? For Farigiraf in the with Psychic terrain, this will hurt quite a bit. Is it enough? It's not enough. Ursaluna being able to hang on still, going for the facade onto the Urshifu, being able to kill that. And I believe that the Ursaluna is able to hang on for one more turn. One more turn, and now this is it. Because the only Pokemon, ooh, this is rough. The only Pokemon that Lennert has in the back is that, unfortunately, that Tornadus. So, you have to kill the Iron Hands, and Tornadus doesn't really have a good option against either of these Pokemon. Maybe you Terra your Tornadus. Is it Steel? It is Terra Steel. So, if the Tornadus goes for Terra Steel, you KO the Iron Hands. Did Emir already go for its Terra? He didn't yet. So, he has that Terra Grass option as well. Oh! Farigiraf also is Terra Fire, so it can go for Terra Fire Black. Oh, this is rough. You have to decide here what you're gonna do, but I think this choice is clear. You have to kill the Iron Hands right now. As we do have the Terra activation, this time from Lennert's side, it is gonna be that tornado is going to that Terra Steel, trying to make sure that it can survive a Psychic and a Terra Blast possibly here. And maybe if this, well, going for the Tailwind, making sure that it's faster as well, because we saw the Farigiraf going first earlier. The Facade, is it gonna be enough for this Iron Lance? It's not enough! Psychic into this, Psychic into the Tornadus. Tornadus being able to hang on. Wild Charge as well. Wild Charge is gonna be enough, meaning this Ursaluna will go down to its own burn as well, and meaning that Emir has won this game 3. Excellently played here by both players. This was a truly amazing match to behold. Very much enjoyed watching this, and that means that we are done for today. Well, not completely, because there's still a challenge going on. But we are done with the stream for today, and I hope you enjoyed this stream, because my voice is dying. And I also want to do a special shout out to my co-companion here. I can't turn the camera. Can you show your face real quick? Yeah. This is Wart, which has been helping the stream the entire day as well. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to the judges also helping today as well. So very much thank you all for watching. See you guys next time, and I hope we can bring you more streams and hopefully more casters next time. Goodbye, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, share the video. I don't know, tell your mom,